I got some in my hair as well. It looks like poop. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we have kind of a different video and I'm thinking of making this like a regular on my channel, and that is doing foundation reviews. So today we're going to be testing out the Maybelline New York Instant Age Perfector 4-in-1. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So like I said, this is the 4-in-1 Perfector and it is a whipped matte makeup. So the 4-in-1 is a primer, a powder, concealer and a BB cream. So I've seen a couple of people review it, but I did a little poll on my Instagram and most people had never heard of it. So I thought we'd try it out today. So I'm trying to do a series where I just test foundations on their own because I've had problems with primers and concealers and that eliminates all of that. So I thought it would be nice just to dedicate some videos just to foundations. But this is what the box looks like. Let's open it up. The shade I got is 02 Light Medium. So they have 4 shades and it's supposed to be like self-adjusting, so it can cover a few shades in between. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. And this is what it looks like. It's pink. It's supposed to blur pores, mattify, conceal blemishes, even skin tone with a light coverage. So like a BB cream. So not full coverage, but some coverage. So what we'll do is add a primer on the one side and then nothing on the other because it does include a primer in it. And I'm expecting it to be quite matte, and also I'm assuming it's supposed to self-set as well because it is a powder. So we'll be the judge of that. The instructions are to use your finger, so that's what we'll go ahead and do, and then I will just go over it with a sponge depending on how it looks. But let's zoom you guys in and we'll start with the application. It does have a seal on top. A lot of products I've got recently don't have a seal on top, so just gonna go ahead and prime this side of my face. I'm just using a pore blurring primer, and this one is from Makeup Obsession. I took a bit much, but so I'm just going to squeeze some of this out between my fingers. It looks like dookie, even coming out. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like poopy. Anyway, it is very mousse. It's like the same texture of the Dream Matte mousse, to be honest. I'm going to start on this side of the face, and that color matches pretty good. I was scared because it said light medium, but the medium looked a bit dark. So I'm just going to work that into the skin. It's supposed to be a concealer as well, so it should cover up any blemishes you have. I don't really have many right now. The texture does feel very moussey. Actually feels really nice, but I don't know how it's going to sit on top of this primer. Okay, as you can see, it's peeling up. I don't know if you can see it on my fingers, but it is peeling up. So I'm just going to take my sponge and we're going to try and just push that in. It is a very light coverage, but as you can see, it has covered up most of my redness. So it could be the primer because I didn't really let it sink in, did I? But we'll see on the other side if we get a better result. I got some in my hair as well. It looks like poop. I do like the finish though. Yeah, it doesn't look very good on the side. I don't know if you can see, it's breaking up under my eyes and then sinking into these pores. So I'm just gonna let it sit. Maybe we can remedy it like after the primer settled in, but just going to clean off my hands. And then on this side of my face, I just have my regular skincare. Again, it looks really disgusting. It also does feel slightly silicone-y. I don't know if you can, I'm not sure if you can see, but that's what it looks like. Really strange. But again, just using our fingers because that's the recommended application, like I said. To rub that in. Yeah, it does feel pretty silicone-y, and I guess that's the primer inside of it. Don't know why I'm hunching over so much. I guess I'm just trying to see. Let me grab a mirror. So this side, just with the fingers, again, I have very dry hands, so it is quite streaky and settling everywhere. So just taking my sponge, I'm going to attempt to blend this out. Okay, so this side does look a lot better now, and this side is just looking really yuck, and I guess it's the two types of silicone probably not mixing, so that is what that looks like. I feel like under my eye it's going a bit crepey, like just there, but I do have crepey under eyes, but it feels like it's just accentuating it a little bit. But yeah, I really do like the finish on this side. It looks really nice. I'm just going to try and put a little bit more on this side. See if we can layer it if it hasn't already set. I'm just going to push that in with a sponge. Yeah, so I would definitely suggest not using a primer since it does have one in, but I thought we'd just test it out, and good thing we did because it looks horrible. But on this side, I think it looks really nice. It has evened out my skin tone. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm wearing a thick layer of foundation, but you can see that it's evened everything out. So we will be doing a wear test, not very long. It's 5 o'clock now, so I'm just going to leave it for a little bit, like a few minutes, just to see if it fully dries down. Then we'll go in with some cream products on top of it to see how that lays on top of it. Yeah, and then we'll start the wear test. So let's give this a few minutes just to set down. Okay, so I've left that for about 10 minutes now, and it hasn't dried down at all. The side with the primer on feels way more like slippy than this side, but it definitely, like when I wipe my fingers on my face, I can actually feel the product on it, and it is very, very silicone-y. So if you don't like that feel, you definitely wouldn't like this foundation, or BB cream, shall I say. So next I'm just going to go in with some concealer just under my eyes, because I tried to put it like up close and it was just getting all weird. So I'm just going to add like a little bit of concealer just there, and then while that sits for a little bit, we're going to go in with cream contour. I'm really curious about how it's going to work. I'm sure the foundation's going to lift, but I could be mistaken. So I mean, no one just goes out with foundation on like that, I guess. Well, not me at least. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of cream bronzer. So I'm just going to use my sponge so that we don't draw directly on the skin and like increase the chances of anything lifting. So I'm just going to do one side first. We're going with a problematic side, and just blend that out, and then we'll have a closer look to see if anything has lifted. That's nice and blended. Yeah, no, it hasn't really lifted anything. If anything, it's making it look better. Like the skin underneath now is much more smoother and even on this side. But let's try on the other side without the primer. I think I'm blocking my mic. Yeah, that actually looks fine. I'm surprised. It looks really good. But I'm going to go ahead and just blend out my concealer. This concealer isn't full coverage, but you can see it's slightly too light. So the concealer actually looks fine. It looks the same as it would with any other foundation, only because I blended slightly down. But it looks the same as it does with anything else. The only thing I can say that I do not like about it is the slippiness. It literally feels like I just have a silicone based primer all over my face, so that's not the best feeling. But I'm just going to add some cream blush now. I'll do that with you on camera as well, just because it's another cream product. So just taking some of that on the sponge. Again, I'm using the Revolution cream, what's it called, fast base. It's really, really nice. It's actually become one of my faves. It's actually looking much better now that I have these products on as well. Much better. It's like over here it was starting to settle into my pores, but the blush has kind of masked that, and so has the bronzer, as well as the concealer. It's less crepey, obviously creasy because I have creasy eyes, but generally speaking it looks much better. So I think for a lightweight formula and like a a light coverage product as well. It seems pretty good, but I'm just going to jump off camera and I'm just going to powder under my eyes and do a little bit of eye makeup, and I'll come back and show you the final product, and then we'll go ahead and start the wear test. So this is the finished look, well, for now. I've noticed some pulling up under my eye here. It's like the product is grabbing together and it's not like smoothing over nicely. I don't know, like, how do you, like when when something coagulates and just separates, that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to take you guys into some natural lighting and you can have a closer look at what the skin's looking like, and then we'll start officially start our wear test. And it's now 25 past 5, so I think I'd take the makeup off, probably we'll aim for 11, half 11 latest. So yeah, let's just take you to some natural lighting and an extreme close-up. Okay, so I'm just at my window, crouching over. I feel really close to the camera, but this is the side that's been primed. And this is the side that has not been primed, and this is what I mean by it clumping together. I don't know if you can see it clearly on camera, but yeah, not the best in natural lighting. It looked much better in artificial lighting, but yeah, let's start the wear test now. It's literally 17:26, so I'll see you guys in a couple of hours for our first check-in. Hi guys, so I've been flipping between two videos and my sound didn't record on my previous check-in. Thank goodness I noticed now. So I checked in at 8 o'clock. It is now 8:49. With my phone so you can have a look. Well, 8:50 now, so that's our time now. And yeah, I just finished my other video and then realized when I was going through the sound, matching it up with the footage, that it didn't work. So this is our first official check-in after the application, and I think the makeup still looks really good. Like, my face isn't overly shiny. I've noticed a bit of bunching on this side, but other than that, I think it looks really good. I can see myself wearing this as like a no makeup makeup type of item, like where you just want to throw something just to even out your skin tone, maybe not with such harsh eyes. But let me zoom you in and you can have a closer look. So this is the primed side, just to remind you, and this is unprimed. So there's not a massive difference. With time, it's actually looked better. So yeah, and it's not overly oily, so I'm surprised. I guess it's because of the built-in powder, but so far I really like it. But I'll check back in with you guys at around 11, so maybe 2 hours before I wash my makeup off, and I'll let you know my final thoughts. Final check-in. So this is what my face is looking like right now. It's not overly shiny or anything. I think it held up pretty well. I haven't lost too much coverage, maybe a bit around my nose, but I touch my nose quite often, so I think that is the issue there. However, I would not recommend this for anyone with dry skin. If you do not know, I have combination skin, so I have an oily T, hence why my nose is a bit shiny. But the rest of my face is dehydrated / normal, and it's clinging weirdly to some areas of my face. Also, it feels like I just applied it, so I would recommend definitely powdering it down. Obviously I didn't use any powder because it said it had powder in it, so I did not do that. Neither did I add any setting spray, so I'm not sure if that would have changed the outcome, but still it has claims to be a primer, powder, concealer and a BB cream. So I don't know where they got the powder from, unless that's the dryness. But yeah, I've had a closer look, and the side with the primer actually looks much worse. So let me zoom you in. I'm pretty sure I'm repeating myself, but it's the same. But yeah, we're at the end of the night now. It is just gone after 11, so it's 11:08 right now, so I'm ready to wash it off. But yeah, I would definitely recommend washing it. I would definitely recommend powdering it down and using a setting spray. But other than that, I do really like it. I would definitely use this for a no makeup kind of day, or if you're just going out for a walk on top of your sunscreen. So yeah, I do like it, but I just didn't, maybe it's the primer that's not sitting correctly because it is very silicone-y. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you've ever heard about this product or ever used it and what your thoughts were. But other than that, that's it from me. Bye guys.